Hi Libra, welcome back. We are here for your March read. I've pulled the cards. Are you ready? Okay, now for those of you that don't know, I'm a psychic medium. The way I channel the cards, I have done them quite uniquely this month. I have tuned in several times. Now, last month there was an energy coming through in a psychic download that a lot of what was going on last month was very much linking into deep transformative frequencies that's going to change our whole lives over 2020. And I know that's a very general term, but as a psychic medium, when you're seeing synchronistic trends, the one thing I did see, because I do actually guide soul paths, twin flames, as well as collective energy, the one theme I was seeing coming through was connections coming back together. Now with those connections and pieces of the puzzle, we do currently have Juno retrograde in Libra, so it is a time of balance. We also have the energy of our shadow side, Black Moon Lilith, in the energy of Aries. There were themes going on last month that were opening the can of worms, of showing us these things for this transformation. Now, in your reading, I did do the cards several times, and I did actually check into different zodiac signs as the month progressed in February, looking at how with each step we were taking it was evolving and changing, and I did see deep transformative energy. On a subconscious level, it was happening on the internal. We directly were seeing the truth of what needed to shift in our life, and I am going to be moving into the deep energy of love, because I do know a lot of people tune into that and we want to know where that's going. There also are other areas I separately will do, in the energy read as well. Now I am pulling chakra and crystals throughout the read. The one thing that has been coming through collectively, if you have not been in communication with someone, there's energies coming back from the past. Now any Mercury retrograde, that is a present potentiality, but I am seeing communication being the key. At a deep healing level, I do feel much of that, if there's been dispute and conflict, it will pan out and come up around April. Now, the reason I'm seeing this is A, connecting in with my psyche, and B, because we do have the frequency coming through of marriages, contracts, partnerships with Juno and Libra. We also have the energy of Gemini, which is really us fine-tuning our communication style in these frequencies and these energies. So people that weren't gelling with the vibe of your tribe and what your mindset was of where you were wanting to go, these energies will come up for review around April to smooth out. I do feel there are energies already going to be playing out this month. Now, I will check into your general energy, but I'm first going to bounce into love. This is the crystal you need, and I'm like, ooh, Libra. The psychic card came out for you guys, which is asking you to trust in your intuition. Now, the Virgo moon does link into your 12th house. Now, it's going to be the ending of one cycle and the beginning of another. You can look at gauging the energy of an individual through various mediums. You can look at the astrology, it was saying the same thing. You can look at the tarot, it was saying the same thing. Then I looked at the oracle cards, and again, energetically, a similar energy. Some of the situations that will be playing out this month may not directly pertain to you. They're part of your soul path, they're part of the process, and you need to be quite fluid through this transit. With Black Obstinate, it is about psychic protection, and again, you may very well need it because your 12th house will be activated. These downloads and viewpoints and conversational pieces that'll play out in the first 3 weeks, because we already had the Pisces energy of the new moon. Some of what you believed in the third eye that needed to shift around and moved, you tuned into it. Now it's caused a chain reaction, both good and bad, yin and yang. Intention, vibrationally, is the energy that comes through us. It then directly is transmuted out. At the Virgo moon, solutions pertaining to that providing you have got into the energy of thinking about it and detaching, you're going to start noticing some things shifting very quickly. Your crowning energy within romance is the Eight of Earth in reverse. It's interesting that this is coming through. This is something of the past in a sense of information. I'll show you the card. Some information from the past. This can be relating to family, relating to children, relating to a belief system, and again, 12th house of conscious mind. It's where you bring it all in and bring it together. It's the hidden things that you didn't know about yourself. You definitely, with the Aries and Chiron, it's marriages, contracts, partnerships for Libra. Again, in your own unique astrology chart, it will be a different placement, but overall energy, for general, it is your 7th house energy. Something in a sense is going to come to you in a psychic download. You also do need to remain grounded through that process. I feel during the Virgo moon, you will be looking at this relationship and spiritual connection differently. There also can be information coming in that will help you look at this scenario and see a way through. Your energy is looking at this at the beginning. Okay, you have the Two of Air, and again, it's in reverse. Some of you, this is pertaining to an ex. Others of you, it's the direct crossroad in the connection, but things very much pertaining to karmic frequency. Residue energy to balance the foundation out in the relationship. You will be able to make a judgment, and I almost look at it like Queen of Swords. Look at the cross of the two unicorn. Now, it's two energies, it's in the reverse, and I do feel you're about to make a major decision, and I feel it's based on information you receive. You need all information and facts before you're going to proceed forward, and whatever you are doing right now, if it feels divinely guided for you, it is the correct thing to do. You also are wanting to move away from toxic energies. You are going through a very deeply transformative state. Saturn is also going to be going retrograde, and when it does, it'll be in Aquarius. We will get a look into how we can connect the missing pieces and the uniqueness of all of their energies into one zone. Their energy coming through, they have the 7 of fire, and 7 is a deeply spiritual number, and it is the energy of the house of your romance, marriages, contracts, partnerships. I'm going to pull a clarifier on this. This is where, in a way, they're not quite sure what to do. They've hit a block. They also have a challenge coming up, and I was really picking this from the other times I was pulling the cards. There is a scenario playing out where energetically you're white lighting yourself. You're shifting the energy onto you, and you're allowing this person to do what they feel is divinely guided, which is love. It's self-love towards self, it's self-love towards them, and it's respect. They're going through a spiritual transformative sense. They're also coming to a healing point in something they're personally directly dealing with. What is this energy, universe? I do feel they don't want to fight with anyone. I don't feel it's that they don't wish to defend themselves. I feel they're really, really reflecting on the energy of fire. Now, the fire energy at the moment is an Aries, so an old wound can be coming up. Again, do cross-reference and look at their zodiac sign, because it will give you more information about what potentially can be coming up. Yeah, this is a jealous energy, not wanting to fight with them. Actually, they are listening, so if you are speaking directly to this person, they are reacting similar to a Libran energy. And I do feel it's because Juno currently is in Libra, and it's helping us all look at the yin and yang in situations, try to comprehend and understand why people are feeling certain ways, what other people's needs are, but it's also they're white lighting themselves, and they do need to white light themselves. If you're tuning into them, the black obsidian is going to be deeply important because it's going to help you balance your auric field. When we do tend to have retrogrades, it can impact our auric field, so we do tend to accidentally psychically tune in. So then if they have negative energies around them that they're directly tuning into, we're absorbing both of those energies, and it's embodying us. So you do need to clear your chakra. So it's okay to tune into it. But when you finish doing that, you need to breathe in and blow out. and then get a smudge stick, clear your crown chakra, and tune into something else for about 10-20 minutes. Just do that to detach the energy. It's like a plug. You tune in, you're thinking third eye. You then are tapped in. You then, if you don't close the crown off, you embody that frequency. Then they have the 10 of water. Okay. This has come through 3 times when I have tuned into it. And I wanted to, I even called a friend. I was like, there's an interesting energy going on in March. Because the way the cards speak to me, they will bounce up like a conversational piece. Like, it's not about the relationship, it's about a separate energy. And I was like, well, I'm tuning into the energy here, but I'm not getting that sentence. I'm getting something else there. There is a sentence going on external that this person at a spiritual level is dealing with. That is for the bigger picture, but is part of their spiritual process. So you need to try and not take it personal. This is going to move, but it's because it's right here now that it is being viewed upon and looked at. This can pertain to a belief about connections. It can also pertain to an energy of 10 is reaching an end of cycle. So to me, this is an old energy. This love interest has dealt with or dealing with, where they're compartmentalizing it and coming to terms with it. And I don't feel it's that it hasn't come to terms with, it's seeing the new version of it. And this is what we all actually are embodying in 2020. Especially since for your energy, it is the 4th house, which is physical foundation, which can mean that if you're uniquely interconnected to them, both you and their foundation can be shifting about and changing. This can be move of house, it can be move with people. The nodes in Cancer, there's been a lot of family themes coming through in the reads for March, and there has been a lot of themes coming through for finances and the foundation. Something in the home is changing, okay, and this could be upsetting the person. This is I'll let you read it so you know I'm not fibbing. The card's in reverse, so something within it needs to change, and in your mind, you're looking at it and understanding in a compassionate way. You have compassion towards the situation. This could be conversations that you're directly having with this person about a situation that has transpired. I do feel there's information that has been, is going to be shown to both energies, either directly together in a conversational point, or on each side of the fence where this struggle is present. Okay. When I'm saying the dolphin now, because I research astrology, my guides give me imagery to understand a story. Now, Neptune ended up having an illegitimate child called Delphina, and it was through Medusa. Medusa initially, theoretically, was a pure energy. He took her, a child was born, and with this energy, there is Delphina in the constellation of Neptune. Now, let's have a look. What do they want me to tell you? I'm getting a download, but okay. Some information or shift happened at the last moon phase. There may have been spiritually a block in your mind's eye. That, in a sense, is evolving. You may have some insight into what this is, or it might have just been a vibration. Now, Neptune currently is in Pisces, which again is your 6th house. And again, the health of this energy and work, again, as I mentioned, family, home, work. This could be this person's energy of work. Again, the theme will come through in a storyline for you guys. You could be having a very, very heartfelt, emotional conversation. You also could have a lot of feelings coming up, but I do feel you're going to find understanding and compassion with a situation that's playing out. I'm feeling, in a way, you had various cards coming through. One was an ending of a cycle, and I can say that directly is coming. It's going to shift. It's going to look different. And I'm not feeling I'm feeling transitional. I don't feel permanency. I feel transitional for a new beginning, however that's going to be. The obstinate is protecting you, and there is the energy surrounding this person of jealousy. The good old green-eyed monster, okay? Let's see your energy of decision. What's this decision? Yeah, to do with the family-related dynamic and love. I told you. You're tuning into this person, and it could be what's going on with them or the information they're directly bringing to you. There is going to be a change, okay? Let's go further. I have pulled the outcome card, and I do feel, I will say, by the time we have the energy of the Virgo moon, it does fall in your 12th house. This is a deeply transformative state for you and for the connection. It is the awakening, okay? It can be the awakening on your side, the awakening to the situation, but it's the embodiment of both energies. I feel it's a transformation. It will help you look at this, and there will be a pause, but you need to be gentle to yourself and allow yourself to have a little bit of time. So I do feel if they're asking something of you and you're looking at it, this could be a romantic offer. I mean, the man in the card is actually holding his hand near his heart, and he's looking at you with love. There's a swan on the card, which is deeply symbolic of love and a connection. The spiritual transformation could pertain to a person's spiritual transformation. So the pause in it can be due to compassion of a transformative energy. I'm also seeing a different map. It's like looking at the new pieces of the puzzle and where to go. And this person is coming through again with 7. Really understanding that some of these things are being shifted around to actually balance love out. You're looking at it from the point of view of, yeah, it's going to the next level. You're coming through as a queen. I do feel they're going to have some clarity on this, and this is where this awakening is coming from. So do look at their zodiac sign. Energetically, again, another 7. This is movement in all areas. I am feeling both you and them this month are going to have changes with the way work is going to be, changes with the way family is going to be, and again, finances. It's like all realms and all facets. And this is why, you know, with reaching the 12th house is ending a cycle, and it can be ending the karmic cycle too. So it makes sense, Libra, that this is what's happening. You're reaching an end stage. The nodes are shifting in May. So energetically, once the planets start shifting, that integration of energy that resides inside us comes out in a purgatory sense. It then cycles out. You know, it's like saying, oh, I've left someone. And it's like you feel energetically that connection's disconnected. You still are plugged into the memories, the history. Can be paperwork, can be contracts, marriages, contracts, partnerships. It doesn't happen like that. It can be the first time that you allow love into your life after that broken connection and the process you go through. So there's varying stages, and I feel this is what's happening. And it was shifting from October last year, but as we move, it's shifting faster. Your money at the moment, there is a dream coming through. And again, with Pisces in the 12th house for you guys, you do need to pay attention to this. Neptune at the moment is in your 6th house, and it's going to benefit that area. So the more you meditate on that, the better this situation is going to be. I do feel fine-tuning, I do feel transforming, and I feel growing with the times. With the Aquarian frequency coming through with Saturn retrograde, that is also going to help you understand what the collective need if you're in a group-orientated setting, and especially with Mercury going direct, it will fine-tune that aspect for you because you guys have an innate way of communicating. With your family, again, in a sense, if you've hit a snag and there is tribe situations going on, family-related dynamics going on, this is asking you to, if you feel triggered in any shape or form, you have black obstinate, you're a light worker, you're an energetic soul that can create balance in marriages, contracts, partnerships. You guys also have Black Moon Lilith at the moment activating the area of your Chiron, which again is marriages, contracts, partnerships. Looking at the shadow and looking at the light, but not allowing the past to define this current situation is going to be deeply important. Stepping forward and not allowing those fear-based frequencies to block the progress, even if you hit a pebble on the road, okay? With family, you are being very cautious. You're watching, you're looking beyond the veil, and I feel your sixth sense in the 12th house is actually receiving downloads. And again, I do feel you're guided to trust your intuition. If you feel somebody's toxic, tune into it. Sit with it for a bit. You will see examples with the Virgo energy of the moon, and it's a super moon. So you will see large examples of where this lies. If there's positive energies, if there's toxic energies, if there's spiritual blockages, you will see this frequency. You will see beyond the veil because you do have 12th house activated. So we call this transit, and I just keep referring back to that movie with Jim Carrey, I Can't Lie. It's like, but it's more the third eye. Okay? The third eye and the direct perspective. I'm hearing poker face. It's like poker face with the situation, and you're sort of looking at it going, yeah, I know a bit better than that. So you're making very wise choices. Yeah. This could make you cross. Be careful with the Black Moon Lilith, guys. This could even be people that are showing their shadow side, and you may understand why they're triggered. You may understand the reasons why with the transits. So it could be at a very simplistic level. Again, there is an ending coming up. It might be frustrating. This could even be frustrating, the family-related dynamic, because you're looking at the bigger picture and being disconcerting to the bigger element, potentially even saw a transformation. Other people could be triggered due to the Mars frequency coming through, but ultimately speaking, endings are new beginnings. It's just a new chapter. They want me to pull one more. I'll pull a crystal. They were like, no, you haven't finished there, Yildiz. Okay. As I said, you're accepting it. That's why I was so like, look, cycles end all the time. This is your energy, and I didn't feel triggered by it. It's like, it doesn't mean it's over. It's just a new way of, it's a bit like somebody getting a job and they're going overseas. Does it mean you're not family? No, it doesn't. It just means you're having a different way of having that connection. That's kind of the way I can articulate it. This is causing people triggers because, when we're triggered, and we haven't gone through these spiritual processes, we rigidly want everything to stay the same because it means something, right? But it's a pain body experience. When ultimately speaking, change has been happening all the time. River flows, water flows. You could have put a flower in it and it's not going to be there in 20 minutes. It's going to be somewhere else. But the ego is saying no. But in order for me to not get triggered, it's got to be right there. The crystal card. I love it when universe has a sense of humour. Okay, I accept the impermanency of all things. So Abraham Hicks. I know that changes bring renewal and goodness. So you have faith in this process, okay? If you are triggered, look at it from that perspective. Integrate and accept change. Align with the cycles of life. Improved mental alertness. Focus on the present moment. Like obstinate peeps. That protects you against psychic attacks, negative energy, your health overall. You are protective of yourself. You are, again, I am feeling you're being protective of the people you love. Your health at the moment, I do feel, providing you look after yourself, and you're creating basic healthy boundaries, taking time for yourself. I stay focused on the task at hand and accomplish my goals with creativity and determination. Garnet. Stop procrastinating. Increase self-motivation. Okay, what I'm getting is You do need to be in peak physical form by having a healthy environment and choosing what energy you give to situations, including tuning into particular vibrations, because it's unique that I was like, look, smudge stick yourself. This is what will protect your auric field. Like I said, when we have a retrograde, no, this too shall pass. If we're tuning in too much and we do get into that loop cycle where we're feeling this is forever, detachment is the key, because nothing ever stays the same. So if that's why I said, if you are thinking about something and it is feeling indefinite, tune out and go, this is not definite, this is indefinite, especially if you really don't like it, whatever that be. I step forward with joy and enthusiasm. I see my path shining brightly before me. The unseen, let go, something's changing. Trust it, it's good. I'm not feeling a bad thing. I don't feel you guys will be upset. I'm not feeling that energy. I feel it's more the unseen as people not wanting to do this. The universe does things in unique ways. Overall for the month of March, you're making smart choices. You've got this card in reverse. You're making smarter choices. You are reflecting back, and a lot of the information that's coming to you is helping you make adjusted, balanced choices. I feel for many of you, you've got the Knight of Wands. I was like, okay, what are you trying to say here? I'm trying to understand this. Like I said, energies from the past be coming back. If you're in a current situation, you are very present in the moment of what it is. If you are looking at things, you can use the crystals to balance your energy. For those of you who aren't, I will pull a crystal. No. I'll pull a card. For those of you on the fence, those of you in love, oops, too many. Bruh. Those of you who are on the fence, I feel, do you think this person's stubborn? Or is it you that maybe have made a decision but, you know, haven't decided what to do? Okay. Again, the card breaks down to 12 and it is crown chakra. I feel if you guys are feeling stuck and you feel there's a lot of, you know, energy around you that's not moving, I do feel this is going to shift by the Virgo moon. It is a super moon and it is out with the old and with the new, but it's our ways of thinking, our ways of potentially looking at things and controlling it, because, you know, the Virgo energy is deeply meticulous. There's a difference between, you know, doing a task and learning. Sometimes we do learn from mistakes and we actually need to have mistakes happen. Overall, for those of you who are happy, you're keeping your cards close to your chest, you know, about the connection. You're being private. You in general with your relationship are private. You have this intuitive connection together. So, yeah, you're trusting the process. You do have this energy. It can be that you're dealing with Leo, but I don't get down to signs. It's more, you know in your gut that what to do. You do know in your gut what to do. Now, in general, moving forward, what is coming in the month of March, with the information that comes to you, I feel you guys are going to have a deeper understanding about what is to move forward and what's not. I do feel it's like puzzle pieces this month that are going to get shifted around. We do need to be patient with ourselves during Venus retrograde. Try not to take energy personal and know that you guys this year, honestly, if I could actually tell you how much I do spiritually feel you're going to change, trust your path, because you have great beauty coming. You have a lot that's transforming, both on the external and the internal. You've really reached a pivotal point in your life. You will be shaking things up. You will be very unique to read for this year. Love and light, and I'll see you mid-month.